What up, everybody? Welcome back. If you need me for anything, my information is in my channel description. Go to my channel page. It's all there. This one here is a little food for thought. For those of you that follow my channel, I told you there's about 4 components that I believe are the most impactful to the breaking down of relationships in this day and age. Social media, reality TV, hip hop, and broken homes. Those are the 4 main components that I personally believe. I think that most things can be traced back through that. Broken homes, reality TV, social media, hip hop, I believe it all attributes. So, with social media and society, there's this thing or concept out about men being providers. And by providers, of course, we're talking if you're going by if you're going by social media now and what they're trying to project to men to make men feel a certain type of way is you must provide it all. So I have a question to just provoke some thought. Maybe some of y'all have the answer. Why is it when it's his money, we're talking about two people that live together, married, not married, but you live together, same house. When it's his money, it's our money. When it's her money, it's her money. When it's his money, it's our money. But if she has income, if she has a job, if she works, her money is her money. Some will even say it this way: his money is my money is my money. So even when you have two incomes coming into the house in today's society, men automatically understand and feel the pressure to have to cover the majority of expenses. This is what society and social media is portraying, and they're trying to connect it back to a time and a day where men covered the majority of the bills in a home. They're trying to connect the two back together. So since it was done in the 60s, and since it was done in the 70s and in the 40s, you're not really a man unless you're doing the same thing today. So don't worry about the amount of money that I make. This is how a modern woman will look at it. And I'm telling you, modern women, y'all gonna take a lot of flack from those of us who have gone before y'all and see how this thing is transitioning along. Y'all gonna take a lot of flack until we out the way. There's always gonna be voices that speak back, that understand the real of what's going on, that see the true pressures of what's going on to add more stress to men in a time where everybody is tight on money. Nobody outside of people that we're watching on social media, these top, these 1%ers, these 2%ers, and we're looking at everybody else. Even if you got some money saved up, even if you got some money invested, everybody know right now just to pay rent in a decent neighborhood that we could even begin to start to say is fairly safe. You're talking $16 to $2,000 just to start in a decent neighborhood, a decent apartment. We already know we're talking $1,300 or $1,400, And our society is trying to project that it is the man's responsibility to cover the majority of those bills, even when it's a two-income household. So think about this. If a man is single, if under those rules that we just talked about, if a man is single, he only has to take care of himself. So if he has a financial plan of investing, building, trying to create and grow wealth or whatever, become established, now if he don't have that plan, then whatever. I mean, it goes wherever he puts it at. But if he has plan, a purpose, an idea of what he wants to do, he's only responsible to take care of himself and do what he needs to do. As a single man, once he links up to another woman by today's standard, he now not only has to split his money with her, but all of his money goes to both what he needs done and what she needs done at the same time. So at the end of the day, then, what benefit is it for a single man to bring another woman into his life? When he was single, he had the opportunity to do whatever he wanted to do with his money. When he was single, he could save if he was a saver. He could spend if he was a spender. He could invest if he was an investor. He can do all those things. And now social media is saying, we want you to still do those things or you not a man. Oh, but in addition to, take care of her too. Take care of the house, the cars, the gifts, her maintenance, nails, hair, toes, lashes, lips, breasts, butt. Yeah, y'all didn't know some of them butts you have to go back and keep them and keep the upkeep. Car insurance, life insurance, house insurance, school expenses. And then probably by her definition, she gets to say, my money is the backup money. Now think about that. She meets you, you covering all her bills plus yours. And to do that, we say, that's a man right there. You bring Keisha in, you take care of everything she got going on and everything you got going on, and society will salute you and say that's a man. Keisha make $80,000 a year. Where does her money go? Well, you don't get to decide that. Because her money is her money. And she's going to say, my money is a backup plan. My money is security. Security for what? In case we don't work out. You can be married and in the same situation. My money's for security. Security for what? Because the old folks used to tell the ladies, and I agree to put something to the side, but girl, put something to the side because you don't never know what may happen. You may need some stash money, some man money, whatever. So now you're in a relationship where you're taking care of everything, and she gets to put her money she gets the call to make on the backup plan for her life. The backup plan ain't for you, bro. Man, that backup plan ain't for you. She decided that was her. When you met her, she told you that. My money is a security for me. My money is a spending money for me. But she ain't got to spend it because you taking care of all her maintenance. You taking care of all the trips. You taking care of all the vacations. When y'all go out to eat, since nobody do 50-50, you taking care of that. When y'all go out of town, see, all you got to do is say no 50-50. Not that I'm for 50-50 because I don't think it has to be a percentage or number. I just think everybody should just do their part, right? But you throw 50-50 on it, it means we're going to have equal share responsibility. Well, you can't do that. So everywhere y'all go, if she's a modern thinking woman, I'm not going to accept that. If she's paying attention to social media, girl, don't accept that. So every single thing y'all do, guess who paying for that bill? You paying for that bill. That's more pressure on men to try to do something that's probably beyond their capability to do in today's society. And if you can't do it, they're going to tell you you ain't got no business dating. And if you tell her no, they're going to tell you he's too selfish, go get rid of him. If you say no, they're going to say you're not a real man, you too selfish, you stingy, girl, get rid of him and find you somebody. If you say no, they're going to tell you what one man won't do, another man will. So while you telling her no, another man going to do it, and he going to do it because he ain't just going to freely give her the money. By you telling her no, you are opening up the door for her to make moves outside of you physically because you don't have the audacity to tell her no. She belongs to you and you better do whatever she asks you to do with your money. And don't ask her for her money. Our society celebrates and encourages independent women who keep their money and spoil themselves. That's what they want you. That's what they want the women to do. Versus an old school woman, when they originally started working, they wanted to help out with the house and do the best they can. Now things have gotten to the place where women is making as much or more a lot of the times. Now we just gonna spoil ourselves. You gonna spoil us, and we're gonna spoil ourselves. And if you can't afford to get the bag, we don't need to be with you. Now, we're not going to find nobody else that's going to give us the bag, that's going to stay in a relationship with us. What we're going to find is somebody that'll bend us over and give us a couple of dollars to pay for a bill that you chose not to pay for. Yeah, he'll bend you over and pay for your toes. He'll bend you over and pay for your hair. While y'all laugh and giggle at the real man that's out there trying to struggle and make a living, yeah, he'll do that, but y'all not going to be in no real relationship. You ain't never going to become his woman. Yeah, we talking about relationships. We ain't talking about situationships where you lay down and get paid. We know what that's called. We know what that's called, exchange for goods and services. We know what that is. But yeah, our society celebrate. Woman, keep your money. Spoil yourself. Man, spend your money on your woman. Show her how much you love her. How do I do that? By being respectful, by being considerate, by listening to her talk at the end of the day, by listening to her vent and not interjecting, by being a good listener, by taking her on vacation, by rubbing her feet, by trying to get along with her family, by maybe taking care of her kids. No, 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 no. Show her you love her by how much money you give to her and materialistic things you can buy for her. And when she get that Birkin bag, she gonna know she got a man that love her, and that's what society is pushing. And men, young men, I feel sorry for y'all because you won't be able to keep up because the bags are not gonna get cheaper. They're gonna get more expensive. And rent ain't going down, it's going up. And every year it can go up if you pay rent because they can just change it and say we need another $100 this year, $50 the next year, $100 year after that, 20 for yeah. And you are gonna be she made good money, but society gonna trick you and tell you you got to do it all. And I'm not saying the man not supposed to pay for the mortgage or the rent. Sure, pay for the mortgage or the rent, but somewhere down the line in this day and age, if she's working, she ought to be able to contribute. It shouldn't always be his money is our money, his money is my money, and my money is my money. So let me end with this. A question to both of y'all, fellas. If you came home today and told your lady that you lost your job, would her love for you change? If you came home today and told your lady, your woman, I ain't got no work. I'm going to do the best I can. Got a little bit saved. It's going to be tight for a while. I may have to lean on you for a little bit. With her affection, attention, desire, and love for you change. And ladies, if the same thing happened, if that man told you he gonna keep his money, let's just say he don't even lose his job. Let's just say he said, I think we should keep our money separate. Your money's your money, my money's my money, and then we come up with a plan where we pay things off, that way. So we all have a responsibility, but my money's gonna be my money outside of what I pay. Your money's gonna be your money outside of what you pay. But ladies, would y'all feel different? Now I know the women from my generation, they probably not gonna feel different because they built different. But the modern ones is gonna have an issue with that. They ain't gonna want to have to go in their purse and their pocketbook to try to pay no light bill when it's the man's responsibility. And just because you lost a job, check this out. Just because you lost your job, don't mean that she got to start helping you. It just means your butt better be up Monday morning or Thursday morning or whatever, looking for another job because she ain't got no time to play games with you. And if you can't afford her lifestyle and what she got going on, she gonna go find somebody else that's already got a job, and because she ain't gonna do no struggle love. That you wasting your time trying to tell and think she gonna be considered with the fact that you might be out of work for a month or two. If you ain't got no money saved up, then it's gonna be your fault. All that backup plan, I done told you it wasn't for you. If you ain't got no money saved up and you lose your job, it's gonna be your fault. Even though you were stretched in because you paid all the bills. Ask her for some of that backup security money if you want to. That's gonna be the time she gonna hold on to it even more because she don't know what's gonna happen in y'all relationship. Because if you don't get a job in 60 days or less, she already knows she out of here. And that's the society we live in. Come home if you want and tell Keisha they put me out of work. My job performance might have been low, and they started cutting. I've been depressed. I've been stretched thin. I've been stressed out because I'm paying all these things. My job performance went under the measure they were supposed to be. And when they started laying people off, they started with the ones that had the lowest performance. I can get back on my feet because I got a particular skill set. It may take me 2-3 months in this society to get back on my feet. Can you all that security money that you got saved up? Because you never allowed me to touch it or have a say so in it. Even though I'm the man in the house, it was always yours because everything was primarily my responsibility. And see what happened. That do not belong to you. You should have been saving the whole time. How you gonna save stretched thin? She don't know. She don't care. That's your responsibility. The fact that you didn't figure it out, and you got about a month or two to figure it out. If you don't, she gonna go get Jody, who gonna bring her in. See, by the time Jody bring her in and wear her out, he don't plan to keep her, but she already gonna be gone. She got somewhere to go. Jody's just excited. His ego said, I took another woman. I took a woman from a man, so he don't care. Once y'all done, he gonna leave her anyway. But in that moment, she gonna have some place to go. Because that security money ain't for you. Y'all got it? Then I'm gone.